All right, now you are.
Good morning, everybody. You are lucky today because you are watching the Red Hot Live Quality of Life radio show. We are live in the studio, WSTU 1450 AM in beautiful downtown Stewart with my beautiful co-host, the Bouv, and my beautiful guest, V. We're going to learn what V stands for when we go live on the radio, which is going to be in about, 32 seconds?
Not even that.
All right. So stay tuned, have fun, enjoy the show, and share.
Does she need the headset?
Yeah, where's your headset? Oh.
No, it won't reach. It's taped down. Yeah.
Does it matter?
Nothing I can do.
No,
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
You just won't be able to hear the music.
Oh,
that's
it
okay.
can
I don't
reach.
need to go do this. Is the mic okay? My mic's okay. Do I have to sit on top of it, or can I
You're about to right there.
right here?
The opinions expressed are those of the show's host and not the staff or management of Port St. Lucie broadcasters. Any reproduction without written consent of WSTU and WPSL is strictly prohibited. Now it's time for Quality of Life Radio, brought to you by WellMed. Here are your hosts.
Hello and good morning to all of our friends listening in on this fabulous Florida Tuesday morning. And yes, it is fabulous. It's September 14th, and I am your handsome, adorable host, Gary Owen.
And I'm Tom Bouvier, your co-host.
But what is the adjective?
Phenomenal.
Okay, I like phenomenal. And by the way, our show is sponsored by WellMed and Lot Insurance Services. We are streaming live on Facebook, so you can find us on Facebook. If you know what that means, there's some people out there hiding under rocks, don't know what Facebook is, but go to Facebook and you can find us at The Quality of Life Radio Show. You can if you're driving, don't do that. If you're driving, tune your dial to 1450 AM, WSTU, or WPSL 1590 AM. Or if you want to catch our handsome faces live in the studio, you can go to www.wstutv.com and catch us live in the studio. So, Thomas, every Tuesday morning, it's a glorious day, and we come and do this thing that we do every Tuesday. And why is it that we do what we do?
Gary, it is a glorious day. Every day here in South Florida is, and there's three real reasons why we come to this radio station every Tuesday morning. Number one, to see Evan Nine, our wonderful producer.
Nine!
So I'm going to add three more. Actually, we come to give relevant content to our listeners, information people can really use. Number two, we love to support and showcase local business owners, and we have our special guest here who will be introduced here in a moment. And Gary and I bring education and information regarding insurance planning, so that would improve individuals' quality of life, and thus the name of the show, Quality of Life Radio Show.
Yeah, absolutely. And really, you know, when it comes down to it, it's about transparency. And in today's day and age, you don't hear or see much of transparency and good old-fashioned straight talk. And that's what you're going to get today. And you get that every day from Owen Insurance Group.
Absolutely.
I've been here in the Treasure Coast for 36 years now, and why stop now, right? Let's be transparent, let's be professional, and let's provide guidance and counsel so you can enjoy your quality of life. So it's time to introduce you to our special guest this week. I have known this individual for the past 200 years.
We look good for our age.
Yeah, we do. It's a special cream.
Are y'all vampires?
Don't look at my fangs.
It's definitely the
and that light is hurting you.
It's a tough crowd this morning. So I've known Veronica for 20 years, Veronica Kolobab. She is eating with V. We're excited. I have seen what she has done, where she has been, and I see where she is going. It's the stars. She's burst the glass ceiling, and now she's heading out of the Earth atmosphere and into the universe. So, V, good morning, my sister.
Hello, my brother. It is such a pleasure to be here with the both of you today, two of my favorite people.
She says that at every radio show. On TV,
But I
radio.
she means it here.
I know,
Absolutely.
for sure.
Well, I have a feeling she means it because I see some red, white, and blue in the studio here, and it's not a flag. I mean, it can be a flag. It looks like a flag.
It can
For those of you
certainly
that are watching, you know, we're waving the flags. But these are plates, and there's a lot of plates here. Are we expecting more people to show up? Okay. So this is just
More for
It's
us.
just in case you had extra people, which we did. So absolutely.
one extra person. And by the way, as we get started with Veronica, and she's gonna, I have some poignant questions for her because I really want to know. I want to get down to the nitty gritty in her life because I haven't just had a personal conversation with Veronica in quite some time. But later on in the show, we're going to talk about squeezed home buyers and this one little house in Boston that's the skinniest house in America and how much it's going for. Very interesting. So for those of you real estate agents out there, stay tuned. And then also, what happened this day in history? Very, very awesome information. And then also, I want to share with you a little bit about what a group of fishermen found in a well carcasses valley,
Oh.
worth $1.5 million.
Wow.
So stay tuned. We have a lot, and then of course, when we have a few minutes left, Tom and I are going to talk about some insurance solutions. We actually got 5 things we want to cover today related to Medicare open enrollment because that's going to come up here very shortly. So we want to talk with you about 5 things that you should consider during the Medicare open enrollment if you're on a Medicare plan, and also the ACA healthcare open enrollment begins 2 weeks after the Medicare open enrollment. So Tom and I will be like busy bees. You will hear us, but you won't see us.
That's right. Open enrollment's a fun time of year.
Oh boy.
Where we make our hay.
Absolutely.
Here it comes. So,
Absolutely.
Veronica,
Yes.
you just recently, I mean, you've done so many things, and you're out there, everybody knows you. In fact, you should run for office. I would vote for you as governor of this great state of Florida. But I'd have to be your chief of staff.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. But why? I know you've had this passion about eating and eating healthy, and now look at you. You're a walking specimen.
Well, thank you.
Well, you're quite welcome. What? Why? Why?
He's always been a schmoozer.
Why?
So biological.
You're the
I
schmoozer.
can't even get out of question.
I know.
He's totally
He
flushed.
practiced all the
Oh my God,
20
you are-
years worth of him schmoozing.
So why eating with V? I mean, what was the inspiration?
Well, I think you remember back in the day, I got really, really sick. I was, abusing my body. I was not eating properly. And even though I've been holistic probably most of my life, I just ate the same stuff everybody's normally eating. Pretzels and cheese for snacks and a bunch of crap. And so I ended up getting super sick. And at that time, I had to literally take everything off the plate that I was used to eating in the blink like that, boom. So it was sink or swim. Had to learn to eat completely differently or fall into the trap and stay sick forever.
So pretzels and cheese
I can't have them anymore.
isn't the answer.
No.
Tom?
What about chocolate-covered pretzels? The dark chocolate. I heard dark chocolate.
We've
You
got
can
Good
have
for you.
my dark chocolate covered pretzels, but not the ones you find
We've
in
got
the
to get
store.
this.
Oh,
We've got to get those out.
Oh,
we got to get those
we'll have to be one of your
peanut butter
customers.
filled pretzels out of our office. No more.
They actually have
I've been
gluten-free,
avoiding them.
grain-free peanut butter filled.
So if it's
pretzels.
gluten free, then it's better.
Not everybody has an issue with gluten. I feel everybody should stay away from gluten just because the wheat has been so molested over the last 50 years. It's not even
Kind of like
real
me.
food. Yeah, but in a different way.
Yes, of course.
But they're like,
Thanks, V.
they're like frankenfood. You know what I mean? It's not even
Frankenfood.
It's not even food anymore. It's like so processed, and the GMOs in the food. And I mean, if you could see it all, you would just be like, oh my God, I
shame.
can't eat anything anymore. But yeah.
And the FDA doesn't really do anything about it, do they? I mean,
No, because they subsidize all of those cheap foods, like the grains, the corn. You know, how many people are having issues with corn today? And it's because they grow the corn with the actual pesticides in it. And then what it does is it's its own pesticide. So what do you think's happening to you when you're eating that corn? But then think about the corn.
Bugs don't come near me.
Yeah, the bugs, it actually explodes the stomach of the bugs. So what's the problem with a lot of Americans today?
Exploding stomachs.
Stomach issues.
Stomach issues. Absolutely.
Everywhere. Now you can't tell me that's a coincidence, right? Now corn's in everything.
that's disgusting.
They hide corn everywhere.
She's going to ruin my eating habits.
Wait a minute.
No, I'm going to improve them. I'm going to improve them so much. Wait till you try food. I brought you guys food today.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
Good, because I
Good.
I had like a little piece of banana, so
I had 2 bites of
I'm a little
yogurt.
hungry this morning.
Oh, you'll
am
have all
hungry.
kinds of
All
fun
right.
stuff to try. Actually, you guys want to try? We can try stuff throughout the show if you like. You want to try stuff now?
Hey guys, those of you that are watching and listening, is it okay? Give me a thumbs up if it's okay for us to try some breakfast food this morning. Is it breakfast food?
It's
or-
all different. No,
It's all types of food.
Yeah.
Thumbs up, everybody. Give
Thumbs
us a
up.
thumbs up if you say we're a go for takeoff. Okay.
Should go.
I can't see. We're going anyway.
Yeah.
Should we try the sweet treats
Yes.
first?
All right, we're gonna do it.
All right, let's do this.
And while you're doing that, I know that your show you've been filming, right? And you've got a lot of stuff happening. So when's the big debut of Eating with V?
Well, that is super exciting. So the Eating with V show, we've filmed 8 of them, which by the way, the show is all about gluten-free, grain-free, sugar-free, dairy-free eating, but at the most delicious things that you've ever tried. That people can't even believe it.
That sounds exciting.
It is really exciting. You guys are going to try some today. Now, not everything I make is grain-free. I do use grains sometimes in things. This one actually is a tart pie. Oh, we got back to this. So we're supposed to go on the air in October.
October what?
God willing, the beginning of October, everything goes smoothly. Beginning of October, we should air.
Okay.
And a lot of I have great guests on my show, really informative show. And it'll be aired on TV 4 times during the week, so Tuesdays and Sundays at 11 a.m. and 7 p.m. And then it will go to my YouTube channel, which is just youtube.com/eatingwithv. And then all of the shows will be housed there.
Did everybody catch that? TV 34 times a week, you said?
Yep, 4 times a week on
4
TV
times
30.
a week, Tuesday and
Sunday.
Sunday, 11 a.m. and 7 p.m.
You are good.
All right, listen.
Hey, for your age, you are just
Thank
smoking
God
it.
for ink.
The weakest ink is better than the
Yeah, I'll be your
strongest
weakest ink.
mind, right?
Exactly right.
Write it down.
All right, kids. We're going to start
right.
with the tart pie. We like a little sweet stuff. So I created a grain-free crust. You won't even believe it. It's like a fake graham cracker crust. And it has fruit. Since we have 3, I'm going to have to make sure I give more here.
I'm good. I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah.
Good.
Okay. Then this is
More for you.
This is
You're
for
good,
you,
all right.
Rose.
You're good when you're sleeping.
Yeah. So that is made with a non-dairy cream cheese frosting, a non-dairy cream cheese in the tart part of the pie, in the filling. And then
Graham
also-
cracker.
No graham cracker. It's fake graham cracker.
It's fake.
It is no gluten and no dairy and no grains.
It looks like graham cracker.
It tastes like it
Very
too.
interesting. And a blackberry too, and
I would just
blueberries
wanna-
and
I
strawberries.
want to buy your crust.
Isn't
I mean,
it great?
Yeah, you can use that for a lot of things.
Oh my gosh, you can use it for anything. My recipes are really versatile too. You could change all the fruits around on that. I put low glycemic fruits on that. We actually made these on the show on Sunday.
Can I be your national distributor for this? Oh my lord. This
Low
is phenomenal.
glycemic. Could you explain that?
Absolutely. So low glycemic means they're low sugar content, low load to the body. So fruits like mango and pineapples and bananas, a lot of times diabetics and people who can't have sugar can't have those fruits because they're super high glycemic. Their sugar content's really high. So even though it's natural sugar, it still acts in the body the same way as a regular sugar would. The berries, blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, blackberries, those kind of things are all low glycemic. Kiwi, green apples, they're all really low in sugar.
Do you have a cookbook yet?
Actually, I'm going to do a book for the show.
Whoop!
So for every season, there will be all 12 shows, pictures of us on the show, the recipes, pictures of the food, a little bio on the person who was on the show, which we're going to have to get you on the show.
Come on.
And it's so much fun. And then
I have my apron, Owen Insurance Group apron.
you can wear it.
You would wear it too. You'd have to wear it.
I don't wear aprons on the show. I got to show off the mochachinos or whatever great dress I have on.
Say eat like this
You
and
know me.
look like this.
Exactly.
The results.
Eat like this and look like this.
So if we ate like this every morning for breakfast, that's the first component because now you got lunch and dinner. But people complain a lot about, well, it takes time and it takes extra money to get all the stuff together and the ingredients cost more, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, let's address the money issue first.
Yes.
As far as I'm concerned, the higher cost of the food is a lot less than the medical bills and the doctor bills.
There you go.
So if you're
Good.
going to invest in anything, you need to invest in your health,
Health.
because that is the most
Your
important.
health is your
Your
greatest wealth.
quality of
Without
life and health.
It is. Your performance is better, your work is better, your money comes in better, your mindset is better, everything is better.
I feel better already this morning. I'm ready to go tackle the universe.
Oh, let's
go.
go. We've got more. Hold on.
We've got more.
Oh,
But wait.
We've got
Oh, wait,
a lot
there's more.
We have a lot more.
So,
Do you like eggnog?
I love eggnog.
Okay, so imagine a non-dairy, sugar-free version of eggnog. Now, mind you, they do have eggnog that you can buy in the store
Alcohol?
that has no dairy. You can put alcohol in it if you want to,
No dairy.
but it doesn't have any sugar. If you look
No
at the
dairy,
sugar,
no
like-
sugar.
No dairy, no sugar.
Oh my God.
That's a shot right down.
That is sick, insane, delicious.
Unbelievable.
What?
No sugar.
I told you I'm a magician in the kitchen with healthy food.
A
So
big
who
sugar
couldn't
in the
eat like
kitchen.
that, right, if it tasted like that?
What's the sweetness in it?
I use all different sugars, and I've had them all tested.
it
with
stevia?
No, I use monk fruit sweeteners. I use some liquid sucralose. It's not powdered sucralose. It's liquid, and it tested well with my kinesiology person. Monk fruit sweetener, erythritols. I use powdered versions, granulated versions, and I help people learn how to do all of that. I do post things to all my social medias.
Okay. Listen, that's just.
That's
I'm having so much
that
fun
was
this morning. I don't want
delicious.
to go on break, but we have to go on our first break. Thank you for watching and listening to the Quality of Life radio show on WSTU 1450 AM, America's Heritage Station, and WPSL 1590 AM. This is Gary Owen and Tom Bouvier with our special guest, V. That's right, Eating with V, Veronica Kolobab. Go take a quick tinkle, grab a second cup of Joe, and we'll be right back.
You know that shit's awesome. Is that crazy? I have more stuff for you guys. So next time.
I hope you guys are enjoying the live show in our studio. Appreciate you watching. Share us, love us, and make us a worldwide phenomenon because we got V in the house. So what was that made with? I mean, that was...
You take almond flour, regular white sugar,
Okay.
and you toast it in the pan without oil or butter. Just toast it in the pan until it changes the color. That's what gives it that taste. And then I mix it with butter. I use organic butter, but people can use vegan butter if they don't want to use butter at all.
Okay, what's organic butter? I mean...
It doesn't have the chemicals, the hormones, and everything in the regular cows. So it's from cows that are like grass-fed and pastures that have hormone amount. But you can find it in the store.
It tastes
Organic.
different? I mean, is it much different than regular butter that you buy at Publix?
I think it tastes different because organic butter you can buy at Publix.
Okay.
It's just butter without all the crap in it.
Huh.
I get the unsalted version because I don't use white table salt for anything. I use pink sea salt, so I salt my
Imagine a doctor
I
who
whip my
cares,
own
who
butter.
takes time to
What kind of
understand
salt?
you and your
Pink
lifestyle
Himalayan
better.
salt?
Imagine an entire
Yeah.
care
Is that
team
okay for people with,
dedicated to
like, the
helping
blood-
you
when
live
the
your
doctor
best
says,
life? You
don't
have
use
to
salt,
imagine
get the salt
WellMed
substitute or
redefining
whatever.
Well, the pink
aging
salt
with our
actually has
unique
minerals the
approach
body
to care
can use,
designed
and
by
white salt has
physicians to help
nothing.
you
Your body
live
can't
I didn't
as
know.
healthy as
I didn't
possible.
know.
Learn more about
So
our
maybe a touch
recognized
of
modern
that.
care.
Tastes different.
Touch of the pink. Yeah.
When they eat
10
healthier, the
seconds.
pressure will go down on that. All the biomarkers
Yeah.
change when you eat well.
Stewart.
Yeah. That's awesome. I lost 3 pounds. I'll mention on the show, but I hired a personal trainer. So the first component, I'm going to cut this stuff down. You know,
There's tons of it. Let's talk about that.
And welcome back to the Quality of Life radio show. You are listening to the Gary Owen and Tom Bouvier with Veronica
Yes, you
in the house. And by the way,
Be
Tom,
in the middle.
Be in the middle.
You know,
They were going to put baby in the corner, but I didn't let them put baby in the corner. Nobody puts baby in the corner.
we are having a great time here in the studio with Veronica, but we've got to get down to some business real quick. We want to provide a big shout out and a thank you to one of our sponsors of our show, Lot Insurance Services. You can trust them for all of your home, auto, boat, and business insurance needs. If you're looking to save a lot, call the Lot Brothers. They're located on US 1, just north of Midway Road in beautiful St. Lucie County. So if you missed the first part of the show, where in the heck have you been? All right, shame on you. This is going to be one of the best shows you've ever heard, listened to, seen, live in the studio, because we're eating healthy. Veronica is in the house, and you know, we're excited about her upcoming show. It starts in next month, the beginning of October. we'll see her beautiful smile and radiance and awesomeness on TV. And we're going to talk, while she's going to feed us this morning, I have a question about integrative nutrition. Tell us and explain to everybody, what on earth does that mean?
Absolutely. I love integrative nutrition, and I really believe in it. Obviously, I went to school for it. I'm certified in integrative nutrition health coaching. And what it means is not just the things that we eat, right? So everything that we consume and everything that affects our health goes beyond just food. There's food on the plate, and then there's other ways that we feed and nourish our body. So spirituality, do you have a spiritual practice, whether it's going to church or just going to the beach and raising up your arms and allowing the breeze to hit you? What's your spiritual practice? What's your home life like, right? Do you have a loving home environment, or are you in a toxic situation? Also, your home cooking, that's part of it. So if you're eating out all the time and taking in all these excess sugars and all this extra crap food, right? I eat home 98% of the time. My food is better, it tastes better, I know what's in it, it's healthier, and in the long run, it actually costs a lot less. So there's so many things that what we listen to, the things that we bring into our mental state. So it's mind, body, spirit. Integrative nutrition is incorporating all the assets of your health, or the facets of your health. Because let's just say you had a really great home life and you were eating really good, but your job was so stressful and you hated it so much. You would still be sick, even though you ate really good and you had a loving home environment. Makes sense?
Yes, it makes a lot of sense.
So it's working on each individual area of life, and how integrative coaching works is that we work on certain areas first, then we check. Okay, now this area is a little out of balance, then we check to try to keep people in balance so that they have the whole integrated health instead of just, one facet of their health.
You're a magician. You're so smart.
I love it so much.
What do I deserve? How do I deserve sitting next to you? I love it.
Okay, how about another treat?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Okay.
I bet all these people
All
are
right.
like jealous that are watching on YouTube and on Facebook
She put
Live.
one out a few minutes ago, and it's just sitting there,
We're going to let that one sound
calling
up.
my name.
And by the way,
you're
if-
gonna love that.
If you're as phenomenal and fabulous as Veronica Cullabeth is, you're more than welcome to come on our show sometime. And we are always featuring small business owners. So if you own a small business and you're locally here on the Treasure Coast, we'll be happy to have you come on the show and talk to us about what you do and what you provide as far as services and benefits to the residents of the Treasure Coast. All right, so what do we have now?
So one of the things that I missed a lot, because I was a milk drinker, I literally drank 2 gallons of milk a week
Dear Lord.
before I got sick. I loved milk. Oh,
Wow.
so chocolate milk, which of course is loaded with sugar, I have created a non-dairy chocolate milk without sugar and without any dairy.
So calorie-wise, what are we talking about in a cup of?
I don't count calories. That would be up to you if you want to count calories, because I eat healthy and I don't need to count calories.
I don't
Makes
count
sense.
calories either. I just count the number of days that I'm on the floor trying to do push-ups.
When they do my sugar class, they will learn how to calculate things on the label, because a lot of people have no idea when they look at a label what it actually means. So I have a course coming up that's going to be very simple. It'll be packed with information, probably about 50 minutes or an hour. And it's going to teach people from nuts to bolts, sugar, what it does, why you want to stay away from it, substitutes, here's how to read the labels.
Veronica, we know, I think most people know that sugar is a key component to cancer.
And a lot of other. And
Oh,
cardiac
absolutely,
disease.
absolutely.
Yeah, the liver can't
Cancer
process all the
feeds
sugar.
on sugar.
It does. The scan actually lights up when they add the sugar, the glucose sugars to the scan. It lights up. The cancer loves sugar.
And I've read that sugar is actually more addicting than some of the hard addicting type drugs.
It is.
People are just cannot live without another bite of sugar.
It's
That's
very
it.
addicting.
Yeah.
And they put it in everything, which makes it even worse, because when you start reading labels, like let's talk about a coffee creamer. This is the stuff that burns me. So in a coffee creamer, on the label, the serving size is 1 tablespoon. 1 tablespoon
Who
is
uses that?
Who's using a tablespoon? They'll have 5 or 6 grams of sugar in a tablespoon.
Yes, that's right.
Every
That's
4
right.
grams of sugar is 1 teaspoon. So for every 4 grams you see on that label, you're using 4 tablespoons in there.
I'm not having coffee with sugar. Well, sure you are.
You absolutely are having tons of sugar. And then go in the grocery store, and 98% of those are sugar. They have a couple sugar-free ones in there, and they're like aspartame or something that could destroy you. So they're not using like monk fruit sweeteners and other things that have been proven, like from Dr. William Davis uses monk fruit sweetener erythritols a lot. So those are coming from plants that are a little bit better for you. But all this information is on my site. Oh, you gotta try this.
You know, you mentioned sugar. It's funny because I get called sugar when I go to Publix, go shopping. There's this beautiful little old lady that works there and calls me sugar.
Aw.
Sugar.
You can try it with.
But I am sweet, Evan.
We'll do with and then
I'm very
without.
sweet. She knows that.
You are sweet.
Well, what are we trying now? This is some kind of a nut cake or
This is a zucchini bread.
zucchini bread.
No grains, no gluten, no dairy, no sugar. I'm going to give you one with the cream cheese frosting that I made and one without, so that you have that.
So all these people that are watching and listening and they're salivating right now, they're probably got drool dripping down their chins while they're driving.
They can
You got a visual.
visualize that.
Yeah, I got a visual. Okay. How do these people get your food? Because, I mean, they're just absolutely tantalized right now and just wishing that they could be in my spot and Tom's spot.
Well, the fun part is, at first I was not going to make the foods because it's not really, in small batch, you know, they're going to be very expensive. The food itself, the ingredients are far more expensive than like rice flours and the crappy flours that people are using in quote, quote, gluten-free stuff. So I decided, because there are a lot of people who want it, so in addition to teaching people how to make these things on my show and on my social medias, I am going to start selling certain foods off of the Cottage Law. So they'll be able to get on my social media, go to my Facebook page, especially in my Instagram, and I'll be making it'll be like, okay, this is what I'm making this week, first come, first serve.
Cottage?
The Cottage Law.
Cottage cheese?
Definitely not cottage cheese.
So what's cottage law?
It's a law where you're allowed to produce a certain amount of foods and certain kinds of foods out of your home without having a special restaurant license and having to have health inspectors come in and things like that. And they do have regulations, like it can't be like, you know, produce products, it can't be things that are not cooked, it can't be beef, like cooked meat products, I can't do any kind of dairy products, which my stuff's non-dairy anyway.
And this is a Florida statute?
Florida, it's a
Okay.
Florida law. They actually
Okay.
raised it, the cottage law was a certain level, a certain tier, and I don't know if it was from COVID or whatever, but last year they raised it up to a different level, so you can produce more foods out of your house. And the regulations are a little less tight, like you can actually mail stuff to people where before you only could pick it up. So I don't know that I want to get into mailing foods because now you're looking at ice packs and things like that.
Absolutely.
No, but it'll be available. Local people can come to me and we'll be able to.
So this V cream cheese is very sweet, and I feel like just picking up that cup and eating just that.
Isn't it great?
Although the zucchini
Have
is great
some
as
more,
well.
here.
But my question is, what sweetener is in that?
I use the powdered erythritol in here, which is actually derived from plants. So it's actually a vegan product, and it is super sweet. You need less of it than a regular sugar. So this helps people to transition away from sugar.
Yeah, cream cheese.
There's-
If you want to break your sugar addiction,
This
call
is
V,
amazing.
because this can replace
Well,
it.
There's
Tom,
no
that is very-
glycemic load with this.
Yeah,
Like in
unbelievable.
my sugar class, I'm going to teach people all of these
Oh,
different sweeteners.
Class, let's talk about that. So you have courses and you do coaching and training. I mean, of course you do. You do everything. But so tell us, how does somebody who's listening and watching that, you know, like me, like most Americans, should be getting to a point in their lives as we get older, we got to start taking better care of ourselves, our bodies, mentally, spiritually, physically, right?
Yes.
So they bring in V in the house. How long do you stick with them for training, and how long are the courses? And so, tell us how it works. I'm excited.
Oh, me too. Because I love it so much. And when people say to me, oh my God, Veronica, you like changed my life. And I didn't change your life, you changed your life. I just gave you the information to help you do what you needed to do for your health. So I have on my website, the website's being built right now, so the website actually points to the Facebook page right now. So eatingwithv.com will take you to the Facebook page at this particular time, but there is a website on the way. Once the shows start, we'll probably be opening up the website. So that's where I'll have like free membership, and obviously I'll have different tiers of membership where people can, get, if they just want the free content, there'll be free things that I'll offer, and then there'll be like more of a coaching, like group coaching type situation. And then personal coaching will be a whole different animal. That's gonna be something that's gonna be tiered, pretty high.
So, probably one of my top recommendations for you is to invest in a Brinks truck, because you're going to have a Brinks truck take all your cash to the bank, because you're going to make $1 bazillion.
Give Rachel Ray a run for her money.
Rachel Ray has nothing on V.
You can call me the healthy Rachel Ray.
That's right.
She might sue us for that, though. We gotta be careful.
We love you, Rachel Ray.
So,
just not your favorite.
probably one of the most important questions I have for you this morning is, do you have organic whiskey?
They do have organic whiskey. They have organic vodkas. They have organic everything nowadays.
Yeah, so I just found out. I didn't realize it. Being a single malt whiskey drinker, Scotch drinker, someone gave me a gift, and it was an organic whiskey, which was really amazing. Very excited.
How'd it taste?
Very good. Very
It was
good.
yummy.
Yes, very happy.
Do
So
we
now
like
I know I can
chocolate
drink
kids?
alcohol and know that I'm drinking healthy.
Do you kids like? Well, we don't want to talk about what alcohol does. Don't get me started.
I know. We're not okay. I take that back.
Yeah, don't let her get on the alcohol tangent. I mean, occasionally is one thing, but the people that are drinking it every single day, they have no clue the massive load to the body that it's creating. So I also made you guys some chocolate. So I have one that has quinoa puffs that actually taste like Nestle Crunch.
Ooh.
So we'll give you guys a piece of that.
Ooh.
I love my food. Clearly, I'm in love with what I do.
Hey, Tom, I think we should probably cancel all future show guests and bring V in every week.
Does anyone spoil you like I
Oh
do?
my! Well, we had a couple guests that brought in beer. Ocean Republic. Shout out to
Rude
them.
Boy.
Yeah, the Rude Boy brought in some alcohol. We were drinking, on the show.
Nice.
These are the benefits.
I guess I can't compete with the alcohol.
Mm.
You like
No,
pecans?
this
This
is
is better.
great.
This is better.
Pecans?
Oh, yes.
Pecans. Now these will melt. They're made
Sorry,
with
folks.
coconut oil.
I was chewing in the microphone. That's a no-no.
Yeah, so you
I
can't
was
leave them
too.
out. Yeah, chew in the microphone. It gives them like that whole. They're like they're a part of it.
They'll
That
be able to hear it.
experiential learning.
All the moaning. Mm.
I made one with cayenne pepper
What?
Oh.
just because I love cayenne and sea salt.
Mm.
Yeah,
That's the cayenne and sea salt right there.
cayenne and sea salt.
Oh, yes.
The last piece was like eating a piece of ice almost. Refreshing.
I keep them frozen because they will melt. They're made with coconut oil, so if you just leave them out, they'll melt. They're not like room stable. They won't go bad or anything. They just melt. You could throw them back in the
Good
freezer.
in
freeze them.
yogurt. Some nice yogurt.
So the high
Is
con-
yogurt good for you?
Yogurt is off the chain horrible.
What?
Go to the back of a yogurt container and look at the sugar, and look at the added sugars in yogurt. And if they're low fat, they have even more sugar. You have to go for like the zero ones and look for the ones that are maybe sweetened with something besides regular sugar.
Wow.
Oh yeah, wait till you see my sugar class. You're gonna freak.
Is there any yogurt that's good for you?
There are some, yeah. You can get unsweetened yogurt and throw your own fruit in it.
Mhm.
You can get unsweetened yogurt and add a little bit of your own sweetener. But their sweeteners, I'm talking 20, 30 grams in a 6-ounce cup, which is like 6 to 7 teaspoons.
I'll
of
need to
sugar.
go to your label reading class, I think.
Oh yeah, I think everyone should take the label reading class, just to at least be aware of what you're getting in your food, and then you make the conscious choice. They came with gluten-free Oreos, and somebody got me a package. I'm like, oh, I hate you. But of course they're double stuffed, so I ate them. And hey, everybody has a cheat day. I'm not saying diets are perfect ever. It's
No.
not a diet, it's a lifestyle.
There you go.
So what happens is, if I want a couple Oreo cookies, at least I know. I'm looking at the back of my gluten-free, sugar-laden Oreo cookies, double stuffed, going, yeah, I'm gonna have a couple of these. And then that's about it. Then I don't bring them back in the house for months at a time.
Yeah. All right, so V, we've got to move on to our show because we got some other things to talk about
Let's
this
get
morning.
on to it.
But why don't you provide a website again and your social connection on Facebook and social media? Go ahead and let everybody know how to follow you, because I guarantee you the world wants to follow Miss V.
Oh, thank you both. So the website is eatingwithv.com. Right now is pointing to my Facebook page. Once the website's up, you can just go to Facebook, Eating with V, and like it there, because I do post a lot of content there. And also the Instagram is Veronica_Eating with V. I have the YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/Eating with V. And well, happy to help however I can. I have content there that's free that you can come and look at. And the shows are coming in October, and thank you so much for sharing this information.
And thank you for sharing your treats. I mean, it was just a wonderful, wonderful morning. I worked out this morning. I ate healthily, and I feel absolutely invigorated.
I have more for you guys too when we're done.
Beautiful. Okay, we're going to go on our second and last break of the show. You're listening to the world famous Red Hot Live Quality of Life radio show with Gary Owen and Tom the Bouvier on WSTU 1450 and WPSL 1590 AM. And we'll be right back.
That chocolate with the cayenne and the sweetness. Oh my God.
Isn't it yummy?
I'm impressed, girl.
Oh, my
I'm absolutely impressed.
This is only a tip of the iceberg. I mean, there's so much of it.
That is so. And you don't eat. Do you eat meat at all? You don't eat
Oh
anything.
yeah, I mean,
You eat red meat.
every protein imaginable. I don't eat a ton of it, but I
Right.
do eat red meat.
A couple times a month.
Yeah, a few times, yeah.
Mostly seafood, chicken.
I eat chicken, I eat seafood, I eat everything. I eat pork, I eat everything.
I eat pork. I love pork. Oh my God, I love pork. My pork every last Friday of every month.
We can't let her know we have a sweet bourbon claim.
No, no.
I know, I've seen those before.
Oh, you
You gotta
probably-
get them to make you one sugar-free too.
No.
There's a guy that makes a sugar-free barbecue sauce in the store, and it's like black on the front, and it's awesome. He makes sugar-free ketchup, sugar-free barbecue. Try it, because they can use these sweeteners and make you a barbecue sauce.
You want to do a commercial number 2?
I will, if you'd like me to.
You guys are the bomb. I still have chicken salad and stuff for you guys when we're done.
Plus commercial.
Back to me when you're done.
24 hours a day for your convenience. Call me at Lot Insurance Service 468-1000.
I like Dr. Mustafa. She's great.
Just imagine.
Debbie's.
Imagine finding a
She is
doctor who
really
listens.
good.
Okay, I'm going to have you
Imagine
read
a
that.
doctor who cares.
Okay.
Time to understand you and your lifestyle better. Imagine an entire care
We'll
team
do
dedicated to
the
helping you
commercial
live
number
your
2.
best life.
And then I'm going to give a fun health fact.
WellMed is redefining aging with our
Nice.
unique
Is this
care
eat to eat now?
designed by
Kiwi,
innovation to
man.
help you stay a healthy
Oh, I
life.
have. Did you see my Facebook?
Learn
On my
more
Facebook
about
post, I
our
asked what this
recognized
fruit
model
was,
of
and it was
care at
sugar.
discoverwellmed.com.
10 seconds.
Yeah, big
You are
red,
listening
big
to
red sugar.
WSTU.
Great,
Stewart,
great,
Sugar
perfect.
picture, yeah.
and Indian
Growing in your
Town.
backyard?
The sour
Martin
salt.
County
It's sweet.
Heritage
Sweet apple.
Station.
Is it in your backyard? Save me one. I want to try it.
Don't have one.
Oh, damn.
Welcome back to our short break. You're listening to the Quality of Life radio show with Gary Owen and Tom Bouvier. And a big thank you to one of our sponsors of our show, WellMed Medical. You know that a good primary care physician is always in great demand, and so many people currently do not have a primary care doctor, or they have one that they don't feel is really meeting their needs. So go check out WellMed Medical for all your primary care needs. There are 4 convenient locations right here on the Treasure Coast, one in Sebastian, Fort Pierce, Port St. Lucie, and Stewart.
Tom, why don't you read the fun health fact of the day?
The fun health fact of the day.
Yep, right there. Because this is V right here. We're talking about V right now.
That's right. This is the holistic part of healthy living. Maintaining good relationships with your friends and family reduces harmful levels of stress and boosts your immune system. And I think anyone out there who has not had or been in a bad relationship, that you know that your levels of stress and then anxiety and anger and fear and concern and I'm about to kill this person. This is not good for you.
Those are not
mentally,
good feelings.
physically. Those are not good feelings. And
Well, it
sometimes
creates that physical reaction in
it's
the
like
body.
sometimes. So those relationships, you really need to get them out of your life or
Friendships
reduce
too.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
anybody that
So
makes you
Toxic.
feel that
Anyways,
way, get rid of them.
that is a great health fact that correspond
That's a wonderful
closely
help.
with our show here
Get rid of the toxins.
Thank you, Tom.
All right, V, would you do me a favor?
Sure.
And would you share with our audience the real estate problem in Boston?
Okay. Squeezed home buyers. A house for sale in Boston might just be the literal embodiment of a tight housing market. Boston's famous skinny house is on sale for $1.2 million.
Ouch.
Oof. The house in Boston's North End is 1,165 square feet and 4 stories tall. Wow, it's like 4 little boxes on top of each other. But more interestingly, the house is barely 10 feet wide at its widest point. The humble abode narrows to 9.25 feet at the back. The home does not have a front door. Instead, there's an entrance through a side alley. Space might be tight, but the location gives the house a view of Boston Harbor from a private deck.
It's tight, but it's party.
Oh my.
You got a view, that's all you got.
Short, skinny people.
Wow.
With lots of money.
4 little
point-
boxes on top of each other.
1.2 mil for 1,100 feet. Very,
Wow.
very nice. And then also, before we get on to our Medicare, ACA, AEP open enrollment, real quick, what happened today back in 1814? Tom.
Andrew Jackson met Jean Lafitte in the Battle of New Orleans 2 years after they beat the English, and they had a. Yeah, I don't know, Gary.
That was a nice try. That was a very nice try. Have you ever heard of Francis Scott Key?
I have.
He pens a poem, which is later set to music, and in 1931 becomes America's national anthem, The Star-Spangled Banner. What a beautiful poem, what a beautiful song. The poem, originally titled The Defense of Fort Mchenry, was written after Key witnessed the Maryland fort being bombarded by those darn British during the War of 1812. And Key was inspired by the sight of a lone U.S. flag still flying over Fort McHenry at daybreak, as reflected in the now famous words of the Star-Spangled Banner. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. So thank you, Francis Scott Key, for the Star-Spangled Banner.
Beautiful.
That's awesome. Thank you,
Yes.
Francis Scott Key.
Okay, and God bless America.
God bless America.
God bless America.
Okay, so we have 13 minutes left. This show is about V, not about Owen Insurance Group. But that's okay. You know, sometimes we have to go the extra mile and take the extra heavy burden, lift it as far as we may have to. But
You'll be nice and healthy now.
yes,
You'll
I
be
will.
selling your-
I'm going to be going strong all day long.
And your clients will be
invigorated.
healthier.
I'll be able to get my personal trainer back in my house tonight. We could do round 2.
There you go.
Beautiful. All right, Tom, we're going to talk today real quick in the time that we have, because this is a subject that so many people who are on Medicare and those of you who are on or under 65 and on an ACA plan, I'm going to ask Veronica if she knows what that means, because we had a discussion yesterday about ACA, and the majority of Americans have no clue what ACA is.
The Affordable Care Act.
Wow! Look at her, see?
She knows her
She
stuff.
is too smart
Smarter
for
than
me.
the average
She
bear.
What about the marketplace?
That's where they can go to buy the plans.
Whoa.
Mm.
2 for 2.
So let's see if she gets a third one. When is the ACA healthcare open enrollment period?
I believe it's in November.
Give us the dates from when to when.
I think it is it's the beginning of November to the end of December.
Well, November 1 through December 15.
Oh, halfway,
Yeah,
almost.
but you did good though.
close.
You know, I'm very proud of you.
High five.
Yeah.
Um,
Come on.
2.5
She
out of
knows her
3.
stuff.
High 10. Yep. And by the way, we understand that the ACA open enrollment will be extended till the end of November, the end of December this year. That's our understanding, and that's what the Biden administration is shooting
so
for.
I was right. Yeah.
So you are technically
3 out of 3.
most likely 3 for 3.
And by the way, we are getting phone calls, crazy phone calls from consumers that are having issues with, they're feeling blue, Tom. You know, they had the blues because the blues have cornered the market in healthcare insurance here on the Treasure Coast for many, many years. So now there are options, and beginning for the 2022 ACA open enrollment season, there are 3 new carriers coming on the Treasure Coast.
Wow.
And it's going to be United Healthcare, Aetna, and
Right.
Bright Health. So we have, in addition to Cigna, Oscar, and Ambetter. So now you have 6. Florida Blue is probably filling the squeeze, and they're probably going to be very blue next open enrollment period because now they have 6 competitors. So finally, the Treasure Coast is going to experience some opportunities to be able to, for us to help them find an affordable health care plan that suits their specific needs and budget. Thank God.
Absolutely.
It's
Competition
about
is good, and this is what the free market's all about, because when competitors come in, the person who was here monopolizing, they realize they don't have everybody captive. Now they're going to have to adjust their
That's
rates,
right.
co-pays, premiums, deductibles, max out of pockets. So it's going to be good for the consumer.
Absolutely.
Blue was
Good for
out of
people.
control.
Oh, please.
Completely out of control with their pricing for people.
Yes.
Well, we're excited for everybody.
That's exciting.
And then keep in mind that Owen Insurance Group, located at 1611 Northwest Federal Highway in Stewart, just north of the Roosevelt Bridge, and right behind Key West Diner, where they don't have gluten-free food available. Maybe they do, I don't know. But that's where we're located. So come by and see us and ask for a free quote. It's a no-obligation quote, and we can see if it's, and by the way, the ARPA Act of 2021 that Biden signed into law back in March or April has allowed for higher subsidies, so higher tax premium credits, meaning that you can save more money on your health plans. And Tom, we've been seeing consumers qualify for premiums less than $100 a month for comprehensive health insurance, not these short-term medical plans. I mean, they have their place, but for a majority of Americans, they do not have their place. So it's important that you work with an agency, an independent agency, that has your best interest at heart and will put you in the plan that is going to be good for you. Because Tom, myself, none of our employees, none of my executive staff wants a phone call from a client that says, why did you put me in this piece of plan? We don't want that, we don't like that, and we're not going to do it.
Can I say something about you guys real quick?
Sure you can, as long as it's good.
It is good.
Okay, you're free to speak.
Yeah, I have used Tom and Gary over the years. Not used them, obviously, but
Misused us.
shared
Abused
their
is the word.
information. And I refer these guys to clients, and they care. You know, in the current development position I'm in, I work with a doctor, and they're aware of what our clinic does, and we refer to them, and they take really good care. They call you back, they make sure that the plan is right for you based on what your needs are. It's not some cookie cutter plan. They get to know you as a person. It's individualized experience, which healthcare and health insurance should definitely be.
100%. Thank you, V. That is true.
Appreciate that.
I
It's the
mean,
truth.
we treat our clients like family, and you have to. I mean, they're not anything other than family because they are part of our family, and it's important that we treat them right and with respect, professionalism, and we like to have fun. So come on, who doesn't want to work with a couple of good-looking guys who like to have fun?
Who love that
Let's say the bon on top. Say that again. Let's say the
Laissez les bon temps rouler.
There you go.
Let the
good times roll. So we let the good times roll, and we can be professional, yet have fun, and do the right thing 100% of the time for our clients. So Tom, 5 things to consider during the AEP. You take number 1, I'll take number 2.
Great, thank you. In the month of September, which we're now in, Medicare recipients or clients who have a Part D prescription drug plan or a Medicare Advantage plan are receiving in the mail what's called an ANOC.
ANOC.
ANOC, knock on the door. It's a knock on the door. It's actually, it stands for acronyms for Annual Notice of Change. And what that document does, it tells people what changes the current plan that they are in, what changes will take place beginning January 1st of 2022. Most people use it for a doorstop. They throw it in the trash. They think it's nothing. But clients really should pick it up, open it, review it, and if they don't like the changes, or even if they think these are good changes, they need to know what changes are coming about. Because I've talked to so many people come January, I didn't know my premium or my deductible or my copay for my doctor is going up by $10.
Tom, not only that, but remember the letter that we got from one of our clients on their Part D plan that they're paying $14.60 for is
my
going
goodness.
up
I
to
cannot believe it.
$68.
Drug plan prices are going up. Yeah.
So, folks, listen, I'm going to tell you right now, if you sit on your duff and you don't do enough, you're going to get rough. It's going to get rough.
It's going to get tough.
I'm a poet,
Yeah.
and I
Off the
didn't
cuff.
know it. Off the cuff. I look at that.
That's right. Right off
He's
the
We
cuff.
make, we make a great team.
We do make a great team.
So,
So review
it
your
really is
ANOC.
important. Yeah, review your ANOC because you are going to see some changes this year. And call 772-210-1020 to get free advice, or free review. And Tom, there's another number they can call.
They can also call 772-210-1020. Either one will get to us.
I like it. Okay, number 2, speak to a licensed, of course, they have to be licensed, independent Medicare agent to conduct your thorough review. Because it's important that you work with an unbiased, independent agent who's been doing this for a while. You know, that's all I'm going to say. I could say more, but we're running short on time. So number 2, make sure that whoever you deal with, if it's not us, it better be us. But if it's not us, we understand. You know, we can't please everybody. We try. But make sure that the agent you're working with is independent. They represent all the carriers, not just a handful.
Absolutely. And number 3, Gary, is review the plan's costs, copays, deductibles, MOOP. MOOP is maximum out of pocket. So these are the things you want to discuss with that independent agent.
If you have a high MOOP, that's a bunch of poop.
And we'll help you out of the loop.
You guys
I
are
don't
on
know.
a
I don't think
roll.
that rhymes.
You better get
So
know the
get the
scoop.
I'm not a poet, and I know it.
All right, that's true. That's true. Number 4, understand the plan's benefits and coverage rules because benefits change. They can be taken away. There could be some new benefits added. There could be new gym memberships added. Some Medicare Advantage plans are now including meals, and some are including acupuncture and things of that nature. But again, it's important to know your rights, benefits, and options. The only way to do that, you don't rely on TV personalities or football Hall of Famers or movie stars to get your Medicare. For the love of Jesus, don't do it. Otherwise, you're going to be in major problems, and there's not enough crosses for those of you that take that route. Number 5, Tom.
Review the plan's formulary. The formulary means what drugs are covered. It also includes in that what tier level, what copay, what deductible might apply to the medications. And this applies to not only the Medicare Advantage plans that include prescription drug, but the standalone prescription drug plans. It's amazing how many times we've done reviews and people who are paying thousands of dollars one year, we could literally save them hundreds, if not, I saved one lady, it was like $980 she would take per year by changing her drug plan. I was her hero.
So,
but just because she didn't know what the formulary was.
Our new tagline should be, we're not secret agents, but to our clients, we're superheroes.
We are superheroes.
I like that.
I like that.
Do you think we should use that for our new tagline?
I think that's
Instead of, we simplify insurance planning so you can enjoy the stress-free life you deserve. Which one do you like better?
I like the superheroes one.
I do too. So I think from now on, we're going to wear our
It's
capes.
home and it's short and sweet.
Yeah, and we'll wear our capes into the studio and we'll be superheroes.
They'll be in tights and capes, ladies.
Oh my.
I don't know about all that. But V, it was really great having you this morning. Thanks for
Thank you so
your
much.
awesome food and your knowledge. We appreciate it. Next week will be September 21. And another special guest on our show is a friend of mine, Bob Thornton, with O'Donnell Windows and Doors. You are going to love that show as well. Tom and I will continue providing valuable information about insurance planning solutions. And those of you that are watching live on YouTube and Facebook, thank you for joining us and listening to us as well. We hope you enjoyed the show. Please share us with your friends, your family, your neighbors. Stay safe, keep healthy, be happy, and enjoy your quality of life.
Yay, kids!
Yay.
All right, here's fun. Salad.
Yep, yep.
Oh my. Oh,
Dill cucumbers.
I've got lunch.
Dill cucumbers.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Is this something to dip?
No, this is to eat it with your fork.
Oh,
It's like a salad.
Hope you enjoy the show, everybody. Take care. We'll see you here next week.